Hello, my name's Phil Hall and I want to welcome you to this tutorial on conditional formatting in Excel 2010. What conditional formatting does is it allows you to format a cell depending on that cell's value or a different cell's value. It can really change how you view your spreadsheet. It can make it more user-friendly. Just like pictures are worth 1,000 words, it can definitely tell a story for you. Hopefully you've downloaded the Excel spreadsheet that came with this tutorial. If you have, you'll see it similar to the one that is on my screen, and it's got headers and then it's got data points below it. They're both text and numbers, and then some are text and numbers. So let's say we wanted to conditionally format these rental amounts. We would click on the H column, and then you come to conditional formatting, which is on the Home tab. It's right in the middle of the screen, and then you just click on it. And then you can go down to Manage Rules, and this is you creating a new rule. So you go ahead and click on Rules, and the very first one is going to be format all cells based on their values. And what we're doing now is we're wanting to know from highest to lowest, or lowest to highest actually, to grade out color scale. So, and you can change the colors here to whatever you want. Something like that. So anything at the lowest value is going to give you like this pink hue, and anything at the highest is going to give you this blue hue of color. And that's what this rule is saying. If I hit OK, it comes back. That's one of the rules. So I go ahead and hit OK, and there you go. The very highest spend, the 8,971, is totally blue, but the rest have either mostly blue if they're high value, or mostly pink if they're low value. That kind of tells you that tells you more of a story than you had before it. You didn't know by just looking at it which one was the most. You would have had to really look at it, but certainly you didn't know the top 10, and now you do with all the blue hue in those. So that's what conditional format does for you, and I'll show you several examples of conditional formatting. So to get rid of that, let's say we didn't want that, you just click on conditional formatting, clear rules, and then you can clear entire sheet or clear selected. It's whichever you want. We only had one rule in this entire sheet. Both happen to be the same. So let's say we go back to the rental amount and we wanted to know the top 10. So we click on this, and they actually have top and bottom rules already set up for you in on the Excel 2010. So let's say we wanted to do the bottom 10 items. So now you have the lowest amount in red, or we can change it to green, or we can change it to red fill, however you want to do it. And then you could change this to that's just the least amount, or you can go up to 15. Or, I mean, you can go up even higher if you want, but we want the bottom 10. So these are the smallest numbers. And let's say you wanted also the top 10. So you click on conditional formatting again. First you highlight this row, since that's where you want the conditional formatting. Then you click on conditional formatting, and then you go to top 10, or top bottom rules, and then top 10. And then you'll probably want to change your formatting from, instead of using red, to maybe green, since it's money. And then you click OK. And so now you know the green ones are the biggest money makers on this list, and the red are the least money makers on this list. So that's simple conditional formatting. So let's say we take rental date, and we wanted to know maybe who rented on the same date. You can come here and duplicate values. So you click on duplicate values, and look, it highlights everything that was rented that has a similar date within and you can change that to unique. That will be everyone that doesn't have a duplicate. So you can either have duplicate or unique. And then of course you can change the color. Let's do that. So now we know that these are duplicates. They have another item, like this 229 and this 229. 215 and 215. So we can come in here and do the same thing. Let's say we want to do highlight cells duplicate. And then we want unique only. Oh, that's a bad one. They're all duplicate. So we'll go back to duplicate. And they're all highlighted. So let's go ahead and clear this because I want to show you something else on dates. And we're only going to clear the rules for the selected cells. So now those are gone. And so you highlight it. And then you can come to this one and you have a date occurring. Because these are dates, you can click on this, a date occurring. Let's say last month. And then you'll see it's red. So you can change that, of course, to custom font if you want, or custom format, and then you just pick a color. And then you hit OK. And so these were all last month. And you can pick any date you want, but that's what we picked is last month. Now another thing you can also use is rental area number. You can do this on anything, but you can select conditional formatting after you've selected the cells you want to do, then manage, new rule, and let's go to format only cells that contain, and then you come down to the bottom of the formatting to edit the rule description. So you're describing what kind of rule you're going to make. You want the cell value. So you want this value in the cells between, let's do equal to, and let's say 1249, and then format, and you can do whatever color you want. What this rule is saying is format only cells that contain a cell value equal to 1249, and if it's 1249, display that cell in this color, and then you hit OK, and then you hit apply or OK, and there you go, 1249. That's the only one. If there were another 1249, it would also be colored the same color. So let's take a look at another type of conditional formatting. So if we click on H, we go ahead and clear the rules from this selected cells, and then we come up here to back to conditional formatting, and then you come click here, you click on top rules, and then click on above average. So now you can see that these are the ones above the average, and you can fill them however whatever colors you want. So that's kind of useful as well. Well, that's conditional formatting, and I certainly hope that has helped.